Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap, and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Very good. And next we'll do our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. So let's begin by stretching up high. High to the sky. And then, can we go down low? Touch our toes. Next, let's go back up high. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And when we're there, let's have a wave. And then back down one more time, touch your toes. Okay, it stands up straight. Now let's rotate. We'll go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, now take our right hand, touch our left foot. Back up. Left hand, right foot. Up, swap, down. Up, swap, down. Up, swap, down. Up, swap, down. Excellent, guys. And to finish, we'll do 3 star jumps. 1, 2, 3. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So who can tell me what we were learning about in the previous science lesson? Air. Excellent. Very good answer. How do we spell air, guys? A-I-R. A-I-R. Air. And in the last lesson, we were learning about air and its uses. Air and its uses. U-S-E-S. So let's all think back to the last lesson, or just think about our lives in general. Raise your hands. Tell me a time when you use air. Let go. Sleeping. Excellent. We use air when we're sleeping, because what do we do when we sleep? Breathe. So we have sleeping. S-L-E-E-P-I-N-G. Excellent. So we've got sleeping. Any more ideas, guys? Pack one. Playing. How do we spell playing? L-A-Y-I-N-G. Okay, excellent. Let go. Sleeping. Pakbung, playing. Let's see if we can get an answer of everybody. Preo. Eating. Very good answer. we need to breathe and we need to take in air when we eat. So eating, E, A, T, I, N, G. Down. Walking. Am I using air now? Yes. How do we spell walking? W, A, L, K, I, N, G. Excellent. Bang pon. Running, yes. Walking, but especially if we're running. If we're running, we exercise more, so we use even more air. How do we spell running, guys? R, U, N, N, I, N, G. Excellent, we've got 5. Let's get 4 more. Who's next? Nadia, can you think of a way we use air? Swimming. Excellent, yes. We use air when we're swimming because we have to move through the water and through the air. How do we spell swimming? S, W, I, M, M, I, N, G. Okay, any more, guys? Down, another one. Shower. When we take a shower, we use air. We use water to shower, but we're also using the air. So shower. Let's say showering. And let's have one more. Can we think of one more answer? Drying. We use air, especially if we're drying our clothes. Very good answer. When we put our clothes outside to dry, we want the wind to blow because they will dry quicker. And it's the air that the wind blows that dries our clothes. So excellent answer. D, R, Y, I, N, G. Okay, guys, we've got some great answers. So let's look at our topic from the last lesson, air and its uses. And some of the uses we can remember: sleeping, playing, eating, walking, running, swimming, showering, and drying. Excellent. Well done, guys. Big round of applause. And the reason that we use air for so many different topics is because air is all around us. And what we're going to learn about today is not just the uses of air, but why air is important. We're going to learn about the importance of air. So guys, what we can all do now is turn our TV screens to look, and then we'll look at the PowerPoint slide. Okay? So let's all turn to look at the TV screen. So now, let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, the importance of air to living things. So, okay, we've got 2 pictures here. What can you see in this picture? People. Yes, people like us. Lots of different types of people. And how about in the bottom picture? Animals. What animals can you see? Cat. Dog. How many cats? 1 cat. How many dogs? 2 dogs. Oh, 3. There's one at the top too. Yes, there's 3 dogs and 1 cat. And they are all living things. So we can say all living things need air to breathe. Excellent. All of the things that we do, all the activities we've already mentioned, what are we doing all the time? Breathing. We need oxygen to breathe, and oxygen comes from air. What will happen if we don't breathe for 3 minutes? We will die. So air is possibly the most important thing on our planet. What animals can you see here? Shark, fish, Do animals in the water need air to breathe? Yes. Even in the water, they need air. We need oxygen to help us carry out our daily activities. Yes. Remember before when we said about breathing, the type of air that we breathe in is called oxygen. Okay? We breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. So what can you see happening in the first picture here? Exercising. Do people need oxygen to exercise? Yes, of course. They need lots. Because you exercise, you get out of breath quickly. So we have to breathe more. How about studying? Do we use oxygen? Do we use air to study? Yes. Are you guys using air now? Yes, you're breathing all the time. And how about, I think somebody gave this good answer, eating. Yes, when we're eating and drinking, we're using air again. Did you know, without air, we cannot hear sounds? Yes, everything that you can hear travels on something called sound waves. If there's no air, sound cannot travel. You cannot hear anything. So you know music, musical instruments, when we blow into the musical instruments, we're using air to make the music. Musical instruments need air to help them play. Yes, does anybody know what musical instrument this is? Saxophone. And how about this one? Flute. But you see how the people play them? What do they have to do to make the sounds? They have to blow into the musical instrument. And for that, we need air. And other living things need air also. Plants need carbon dioxide to make food. Remember before I said we breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants breathe in carbon dioxide and they breathe out oxygen. Remember the long word from a few lessons ago? Photosynthesis. That's the process by which plants make food. Some toys need air to work too. Yes. What can you see here? Football. And here, balloon. But you see a balloon with no air in. Does a balloon with no air, does it go into the sky? No. We need to blow the air into the balloon for it to look like this. And if the football has no air, it's just flat. We can't play the football. We need to put the air inside to make the toys work. And finally, and most important, without air on our planet, no living things would survive. Yes. No air, no life. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can better understand the importance of air on the planet. And air is very important because without it, every living thing would die. And now it's time for our stretch sequence, guys. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we're going to play a game of Teacher Says. So listen carefully. Teacher says, put your hands on your head. Teacher says, turn around. Touch your shoulders. Touch your hips. Teacher says, touch your toes. Stand up straight. Teacher says, stand up straight. Okay. Teacher says, jog on the spot. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, jog on the spot. Stop. Teacher says, go quickly. Teacher says, stop. Okay. Teacher says, let's go into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. Teacher says, stand up straight. And to finish, teacher says, 5 claps. 6, 7, okay. Sit down, guys, very good. And now we're going to do an experiment to prove the importance of air and how we can tell that air is all around us. So teachers, this is a practical experiment. If at your school you have a science lab or another school canteen or a room that's more comfortable, you can use that room. But if not, you can use the school classroom like we are doing now. And what you will need is 1 empty glass, 1 bowl with water filled up near enough to the top, but not quite to the top, and also some pieces of paper or tissue. And what we're going to do is we're going to show how air is all around us. But guys, can we see air? No, we can't see air. Can we touch air? No, we can't touch it. Can we smell it? Can we smell air? No, we can't touch, see, or smell air. So how do we know it's there? Well, one way to find out is to do an experiment by placing some paper like this, fold it a few times, once, twice, 3 times, and we'll then place this paper, which is dry. This paper is dry, yes? Yes, just perfectly dry paper into a perfectly dry glass. Nothing in the glass, no water, only paper, yes? So what do you think will happen when I turn the glass upside down and I place the glass into the water? Will the paper get wet? You think the paper will get wet? Yes. Why? Because it goes into the water? Okay, well then we'll see. But what's in the glass now? Paper and air. Okay, remember we always have air too. So what I'm going to do, quite quickly but not too quick, is I'm going to turn the glass upside down and place it directly into the water. Leave it there for a few seconds and then bring it back out. And we'll see if the paper is wet or not. Ready, guys? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the glass goes into the water. Is the paper inside the water? Yes? So what do you think? Is the paper getting wet? Yes. Shall we see? Nadia, can you feel that paper? Pass it round. Is the paper wet? Is the paper wet or dry? It's still dry. And that's because the air was in the glass when we placed it inside the water. You see, the paper is perfectly dry. I'll demonstrate one more time. Just place the paper. Now the glass is a little wet. Paper goes inside. The water is filled to the top. We just turn upside down, put inside the water. paper comes out very dry. Okay? So are you surprised? You thought it would be wet. So it shows you how air is all around us all of the time. Now, I would like a volunteer. I would like one of my students to do the same experiment. Who would like to do for me? Chew, come forward. Okay. Okay, so we have our paper, we have our glass, and we have our water in a bowl. Firstly, Chew, can you fold our paper? So we need to fold the paper. Can you get your paper like this? Fold it once, and then twice, and now 3 times. Okay, one more time. Excellent. Now, everybody, is Chew's paper dry or wet? Dry, okay. So now, Chew, put your paper into the glass. Excellent. And now, can you take the glass like this, hold it at the bottom, and then you need to turn the glass and place the paper into the water. And hopefully, if we do it correctly, the paper will not be wet. So there you go, hold it like this. There you go. And now, can you place it into the water? Excellent. Okay, let's leave it there. Let's count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's bring out. Now, Chew, get your paper. Is it wet? It's dry. Guys, pass the paper around. Let's choose paper. Wet or dry? Dry. Dry. Excellent. Pak Bung, is that dry? You see how the air keeps the paper from getting wet. If we leave it there long enough, the water will replace the paper and it will get wet. Okay? So can we have a big round of applause for Chew for doing the experiment? Excellent, Chew. Very good. And teachers, what you can do now, if you still have time in your lesson, you can pause the video and you can do it again with some more of your students so they get the chance to practice. And we might do a few more now. So well done, guys. Very good. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the practical experiment of how they can understand that even though we can't see air, even though we can't touch it, by demonstrating with the paper and the glass into the water, we can know that air is all around us because the paper did not get wet. So well done, guys. And now it's time for our worksheet activity. So teachers, what you'll need to do is print off one worksheet for each of your students. And what we're going to do now is think back to how we use air. What our worksheet has is 12 different objects, and our students need to think about whether each object uses air or does not use air, and writing the correct sentence underneath. Understand, guys? Okay, but what's the first thing we must do? Write our name on top. And give our students around 15 minutes for the activity, because we'll practice speaking together at the end. So Nadia, that's for you. Okay? Bankbon, this one's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Down, this one is yours.
Thank you.
And Net, that's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Pak Boong, here's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Pleo, this one's for you.
Thank you.
Pat, for you.
Thank you.
Lakgao and Chu.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so we have 12 different objects, 12 different pictures. If you think it uses air, like we have to use air when we use it, we write, does use air. But if it's an object that we don't need air to operate, then we write, does not use air. So for example, the first picture is of a hammer. Do you think we need air for the hammer to function? Or can the hammer function without air? That's correct. Does not use air. But the second picture, air conditioner. Does an air conditioner need air to function? Yes. So we write does use air. Because that's what an air conditioner does. It conditions air. You're not sure about, let me know, guys. Excellent, Nadia. This one, yes, air conditioner does use air. Which one? Telephone does not. Yes. Yes, this one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Yes. Remember the PowerPoint presentation? We had the picture of the saxophone. So the saxophone needs air, the musical instrument. Excellent, Ned. Very good. Does use air. How about telephone? No, exactly. So no. So what do we write? Ned does not use air. Okay. Wind wheel. If we need to. Remember we made one in class? Does use air. Yes, we need to blow the wind wheel, so we need air to make it operate. Computer does not. Computer needs electricity. It doesn't need air. Excellent, Pat. That's very good. Does not use. Once everybody's finished, we will practice speaking together. Okay. Does use air. If you think does use air. Football does use air. Inside the football, we need to inflate. If the football doesn't have air, it will be flat. Okay. Chu, can I borrow your sheet? And then you read with Lakgao. Does football has to have air. If it doesn't have air, it will be flat. Does use air. Okay, and now that everybody has finished, we can have our students practice reading the answers together. So what do we think of the first picture, guys? A hammer does not use air. But what about the second picture? Air conditioner. Telephone. Motorbike does not use air. Computer? Does not use air. Very good. But what about balloons? Does use air. Very good. And this one, the wind wheel? Does use air. Excellent. How about the oven? Does not use air. And the football? Yes, we need the football with air in, otherwise it will be flat and we can't play. How about the remote control? Does not use air. Excellent. The fan? Does use air. And how about the musical instrument, the saxophone? Does use air. Excellent, guys. That was great. Big round of applause. And that's all we have time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and found it interesting too, particularly with the practical experiment showing how air is all around us. So can we all turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again next time.